Welcome back to the Grim Workshop. So it can be kind of overwhelming when you look at all the tools that are available to you with this SERE card set. And these tools are going to help you get into regular deadbolt locks as well as padlocks you're going to encounter everywhere. Now, these blue master locks get a bad rap. They are not that difficult to pick, but really most locks aren't, especially most locks that don't have security pins. But if I see a lock that kind of looks like a master lock, I see that little blue plastic bottom, but I don't see a master lock, I see security on it. So this is just a made in China generic knockoff of the master lock. And when I see this, I don't even attempt to pick it. I'm just going to bypass it. So if I'm picking a lock that's not a clear trainer, you can't see what's going on in here, so you are strictly going by feel. You're feeling the pins as they bind, and you're setting the pins under tension. And when you deal with a knockoff like this, a generic lock, the feedback is not really there. It feels very mushy. You can't feel the pins, you can't feel them bind. It's more difficult than it sounds, actually. But you don't even have to worry about trying to pick these locks, because there is a pretty fatal flaw to the lock. You can just go right through the keyway, go all the way to the back shackle, and open this lock without ever worrying about touching the pins. To do that, we're going to grab a tool off our escape and evasion card. We're going to grab this knife edge tool right here. So I'm going to take this tool with the chisel edge down, and I'm going to go all the way through this keyway. I'm not worried about touching pins. I'm not doing anything. I just go all the way through the back. So the back of this lock is actually open. And you can feel it when you finally get all the way through. And you can probably do this with a couple picks as well, but this tool is pretty skinny. This is designed specifically for this. And when I feel it go all the way in, I'm just going to lift up on the back of it, and that opens up the lock. So here's that transfer bar, and I've just got that tool, kind of push it in an upward angle. And you can see I've got it, and I can just raise and lower that transfer bar. So that is taking a lock, and you're utilizing one of the flaws that's built into the lock. There is no back to this keyway. I'm going straight through all the way to the back and opening it up. So that's kind of why it's important to know the locks that you're going to encounter out there. There's no sense in starting to rake and starting to pick this when you can just pull this little knife tool off your escape and evasion card, and you would have it open quicker than you could probably get your tension wrench in there and get it set properly. There are other locks out there that have glaring weaknesses to them, but this one's pretty common, and it's definitely worth knowing. It's worth carrying this tool